When we think about Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, most fans remember Professor Lupin as the beloved Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher who finally gave Harry proper instruction. But there's an uncomfortable truth we need to address. Severus Snape was absolutely right to oppose Lupin's hiring. Now, before you close this video, hear me out. Everyone loves to paint Snape as the petty villain holding childhood grudges, but his concerns about Lupin weren't just personal vendetta. They were legitimate safety issues that Dumbledore completely ignored. Let's start with the obvious. Lupin is a werewolf. Not was, is. This isn't some past condition he's recovered from, it's a permanent, monthly threat that transforms him into a literal monster capable of killing students. And what's Hogwarts' safety protocol for this? A single potion that Lupin has to remember to take every single day. Think about that for a moment. The safety of hundreds of children relies entirely on one man's perfect memory and discipline. No backup systems, no fail-safes, just trust that a man dealing with a monthly traumatic transformation will never forget his medication. And guess what happens? He forgets. On the most critical night possible, when Sirius Black is on the grounds and students are in immediate danger, Lupin forgets his Wolfsbane potion. His transformation nearly gets Harry, Hermione, and Sirius killed. This isn't a hypothetical risk, it's exactly what Snape warned would happen. But here's what makes it worse. Snape actually tries to prevent this disaster. He brings Lupin the potion personally, showing he's not trying to sabotage him, he's trying to protect the students. When he finds Lupin's office empty and realizes what's happening, he immediately goes to help, despite their personal history. Let's also address the secrecy issue. Lupin hides his condition from everyone, including the staff who need to know for emergency protocols. When Snape substitutes his class and teaches about werewolves, he's actually trying to prepare students to recognize the signs. But everyone acts like he's being malicious instead of educational. Snape recognizes that Lupin, despite being a good person, represents an unacceptable risk. And he's proven right when Lupin's transformation puts students in mortal danger. The very scenario Snape warned against comes to pass. Now let's talk about the Marauders connection. Everyone dismisses Snape's concerns as petty revenge, but think about what he knows. He knows Lupin was complicit in a prank that nearly got him killed, using Lupin's own werewolf form as the murder weapon. James Potter saved Snape's life, but the fact remains that Lupin's friends thought it was amusing to send someone to face a werewolf. This shows a pattern of poor judgment around his condition. Lupin allowed his friends to become illegal animagi to accompany him during transformations. While touching, it also demonstrates a willingness to bend rules and put others at risk. These aren't the actions of someone who takes his dangerous condition seriously enough. From Snape's perspective, here's someone who's already been involved in nearly killing him, now being given access to students and a position of trust. His concerns aren't just personal, they're based on lived experience of how Lupin's condition can be weaponized. The administration's handling of this situation is criminally negligent. Dumbledore hires a werewolf without informing the staff, without proper safety protocols, without backup plans. When things go wrong, it's Snape who has to clean up the mess and face the consequences. And what happens when the truth comes out? Lupin quietly resigns, proving that even he recognizes the position was untenable. The students he taught are left traumatized and without a teacher again. The Defense Against the Dark Arts position is cursed once more, and Hogwarts has to start over. Snape's substitute teaching during Lupin's absences shows his competence and dedication. He covers classes without complaint, brings Lupin his potion, and ultimately saves the day when everything goes wrong. Yet he's vilified for having legitimate concerns about the arrangement. The real tragedy is that Lupin is a good person and talented teacher, but good intentions don't negate dangerous realities. Snape understood that Hogwarts couldn't afford the luxury of taking such risks with student safety, no matter how much they wanted to give Lupin a chance. Consider the broader implications. If a werewolf attack had occurred at Hogwarts, the school might have been shut down permanently. The entire wizarding education system could have been compromised because Dumbledore wanted to help an old student. Snape's position wasn't about cruelty, it was about responsibility. As a teacher himself, he understood that their first duty is protecting students, not providing employment opportunities for dangerous individuals regardless of their personal circumstances. The evidence supports Snape's concerns completely. Lupin's condition does endanger students, his judgment around his lycanthropy is questionable, and the safety protocols are inadequate. When the crisis comes, it's Snape who acts responsibly, while others deal with the consequences of their poor decisions. So while everyone loves Professor Lupin and rightfully appreciates his kindness and teaching ability, we have to acknowledge that Severus Snape was absolutely right about the fundamental problem with his employment. Sometimes being right doesn't make you popular, but it does make you responsible.